Hi, boys and girls. This week you've been learning a lot about shapes. You've learned about circles, triangles, rectangles, and hexagons. Today I'm going to teach you about squares. So these shapes have something really important in common. They are all two-dimensional. And that means that we can measure how tall they are or how long they are, but we can't measure how deep they are. They only have two dimensions. They are flat shapes. So we're going to go through some slides about squares, and you may be thinking to yourself, I already know about squares. I learned about these shapes when I was 3 years old, and I bet you that you did. But I think I'm going to teach you a couple things about squares that you might not have known, okay? So stay with me and let's learn about squares together. Okay. So if you look at this very first slide, you'll see 3 squares, 3 different looking squares. This one's red, this one's blue, this one's green, this one's really tiny. This one, you might be thinking, that's not a square, that's a diamond. Guess what? This is just a square turned on one of its corners or one of its vertices. That is a square. And it's a square even when it's big and when it's tiny and when it's turned. It's a square if it has 3 important things. A square is a closed flat shape. It has to have 4 sides. Those sides have to be all the same length. And a square has to have 4 vertices or corners. So if it has 4 sides, those sides are the same, and it has 4 vertices or corners, it's a square. Let's make sure that the sides of this square are all the same because that is really, really important. If these sides are different, then it's not a square anymore. So I've drawn a line here at the bottom, and what I'm going to do is turn this square all around, and we're going to see if all the sides of this square are the same as this black line on the bottom. Ready? All right, so let's turn, and let's see how this side matches up. What do you think? Pretty good, huh? Let's see if this side matches up. Whoop. Yep. And let's see if this is the same. All right, and let's put it back to where it started. Whoop. That's a spinning square, huh? There we go, right back. It's giving me a hard time now. Come on, square. There we go. Whew. Giving me a workout with the mouse. So all of those sides were the same length. If you have done any of the workbook pages, you have seen the little worm that goes all around the shapes to count the sides. So here's my little worm friend. We're going to count how many sides this square has. You ready? So we're starting out right here on side 1. And then we're going to take him and turn him. And he's going to go down side 2. And let's turn him again. And now side 3. And turn him one more time. And side 4. This square has 4 sides. Let's count the vertices on this square. So I told you that squares have 4 vertices. If we say just one corner, that's a vertex. So more than one corner, vertices. Just one corner is a vertex. So a square has 4 vertices. So I'm going to have our little worm friend go around, and he's going to stop at each vertex. And we're going to count and see how many vertices this square has. You ready? All right, Wormy, stop right here. That's 1 vertex. And We'll come down here. 2 vertices. And there's 3 vertices. And back up here, 4 vertices. Squares have 4 vertices. If you want to be really fancy, next time you see your grandparents or your aunts and uncles or cousins, you say to them, hey, Grammy or Grandpa, did you know that a square has 4 vertices? Your grandparents will look at you like you are the smartest kid on the planet because that is a really fancy word. So try to remember that. And don't forget, rectangles have vertices, hexagons have vertices, triangles have vertices. So you can get really fancy. How many squares do you see in this picture? Take a look. It's a lot of shapes, different colors, different sizes. How many squares do you see? I'll give you a second to count. All right, I'm going to show you the answer. Did you count 3 squares? There they were. Remember, this one here, even though it's on its vertex, it's still a square. Now, take a look at these shapes. Those have 4 vertices. Those have 4 sides. Why aren't these squares? Their sides are not all the same size. So these are rectangles. This side and this side are the same, and this side and this side are the same, but in order for it to be a square, all the sides have to match. Same thing with this one. The sides don't match. So these are not squares. Now, can a square be a rectangle? Yes, a square is a special type of rectangle because remember, a rectangle just has to have 4 sides and 4 vertices. The sides don't have to be the same, but they can be. And if they are the same, then they are a square. And a square is a special type of rectangle. All right, boys and girls. This is a song your mom and dad might know, Hip to Be Square. We're gonna go out to this song. I hope you learned a few things about squares, and I hope that you are having a great day and keep working hard. All right.